first start with points. And once you have an understanding of how they're specifically placed, then it's a good idea to connect them with what would be an angle. And points are very important because they're ending markations on an angle. So for instance, this angle here, here's a point and here's a point. Then we have this angle here, right? This is an ending point, this is an ending point. Now, at a certain point, you'll have so many points and angles, they'll kind of build up like a bunch of pickup sticks, just put up, stacked together, and then it makes sense to segue into a much more advanced, yet simple and elegant looking description, which translates into a shape, right? So, for instance, this is a shape. The entire piece, the entire dark side, is a shape. And it competes with and shares its territory with this light shape right here. It's as simple as that, and then it can add another dimension, which is the difference between positive and negative space. Now this is just a shifting of your attention to see shapes outside of the shapes that are already there. So there's, within the positive shape, or positive space, which means the object, so the face, there's light shapes, and then there's dark shapes. Very simply put, there's also negative space. Now negative space is the equivalent of the air surrounding the body. Now the air surrounding the body, it still has a certain amount of volume or dimension. Now, it's not as hard as the body, of course, right? But it's still a key component to create a realistic drawing. At least, if not just for your own mental sanity, it's much easier to think about the negative space as an object that's equally important as the positive space. That's literally how I'm thinking and how I'm building the drawing. From the very start, which is an envelope, which is like 6 lines that describe the entire outside of the face, right? So this can be seen like this, 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 and this. Okay, maybe 7, right? But that's how I begin every single drawing. Whatever I'm working on, I can always simplify it into a few gestural lines that become a sort of container for it. Now, it's not an exact container like we saw here, but it's an average of what I'm seeing. And the average is created by the positive space working against the negative space, as you can see.